we talking about today? Yeah.
Hello everybody and welcome to another What Are We Talking About review. This time, we're talking Thor Ragnarok. So, this movie is, I believe, the 17th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is weird because it's not like it's the 17th movie in... It is. It's the 17th movie in a franchise, and like the story, it's been expanding since 2008, but it's different because there's almost miniature franchises within the big franchise. So, but this definitely progresses the story of the Avengers. You see some things that have to do with, you know, past Avengers films and stuff like that, and so it definitely furthers that story. So from here on out, I'm just going to say I enjoyed the movie. If you don't want to know any spoilers, end the video now because I'm going to be talking spoilers in the rest of this video. So here we go. Okay, I just got to, first things first, talk about amazing cameo by Matt Damon and Sam Neill. And also the guy who was playing Thor in that play of What Happened in the Dark World was, I think his name is Luke Hemsworth. He's another Hemsworth brother, so that's why he looked so much like Thor, like Chris Hemsworth. But that was a fantastic cameo. I just had to mention it, like completely unexpected and amazing just to see Matt Damon and Sam Neill in there. That was awesome. And what else? So, you know, the story was really good. It was kind of cool to see the story. It was unexpected. I thought it was going to be Hela unleashes Ragnarok, Thor has to stop her. That's not what the story ends up being. Thor has to unleash Ragnarok to stop Hela, which it was an interesting turn and unexpected. They also changed up some stuff. I believe in the comics that Hela is Loki's daughter, but in this, she's, you know, just the sibling of Thor and Loki, like Odin's daughter. So that was a little bit of a change. And also the Executioner normally hangs out with Enchantress, and in this, you know, he's with Hela. But he also had an interesting character arc where he started out not knowing his place, but by the end of it, he knew who he was, or at least who he wanted to be, and he helped fight for, you know, his people. It was especially cool to see that, seeing as how the Executioner is played by Karl Urban, who I love, and he's a really fun, like, he's an actor that, you know, is charming and is a lovable dude. So it was cool to see him be good in the end and not just, you know, be killed off as a villain. I also liked, it's interesting because Marvel has done a few movies now like this. This will be the third one that I can think of. That is, the story is essentially the hero learns that his strength lies within and not with something else that he thought was the tool that made him powerful. Like with Iron Man 3, we saw that with Tony Stark and his suits. It was more of a growing experience for him, and he needed to figure out who he was without the suit. Spider-Man Homecoming, we saw that, where Peter at one point literally says, "I'm nothing without this suit," and Tony replies by saying, "If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it." And that's kind of the lesson that Thor learns in this movie as well, where he thinks that it's the hammer that makes him Thor, the god of thunder. But he realizes that no, it's within him all along. The hammer was just kind of a tool that helped him channel it, which was really interesting. I don't know that that's normally how it works in the comics. I thought that he is, like, the hammer is what gives him his strength, and that might just be a change that they did. But that might be in some comics. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know. But overall, this was a great addition to the MCU. You can see Taika Waititi's stamp on it. It feels like one of his movies, but it still has that mythological feel to it. It is epic in scale. It was really, really fantastically done. And the balance of comedy and drama, like Odin dies, or well, I don't really know how to explain it, because it's like maybe he'll come back. Maybe this is a form of the Odin sleep. I don't know. But Odin, disappears, dies, kind of thing. And it was emotionally impactful. It wasn't like I was crying or anything like that, but you felt the emotions of these two sons and their father taking the next step and, moving on from life. And they didn't undercut it with comedy or anything like that. So there was a good balance of the comedy and the drama, and that was something that's really good to see, because sometimes the Marvel movies don't handle that very well. But this time they absolutely did. So basically, I'm only thinking of positives right now. I'm pretty much on a high after seeing this movie. It was so much fun, and it's not gonna win any, there's no like Shakespearean acting like roles that took place in this movie. Everyone was just having fun. You could tell the people making the movie were having fun. I had fun watching it, and I know fun is kind of a bad word sometimes, but yeah, this movie was fun. It's not gonna win an Oscar for Best Picture, but if you go see this movie in theaters, you're gonna have a great time. As far as where it ranks on like the Marvel movies, it's up there for positive, like higher up on the list. And one of the positive things about it is that it is this comedy, but it is also this fantasy, like, and it's a bit sci-fi. Like, it kind of melds a bunch of genres together in a really good way. And maybe with repeat viewings, it won't hold up as well, but off of one initial viewing, I just gotta say I absolutely loved it. And for an overall ranking for this movie, I'm gonna give it a 9.3, which honestly, this movie was fantastic. There's only a few small issues with it, and like overall, it's a really fun, epic story, and it's cool. It progresses the MCU, which one of the things we now like, one cool cameo also, well, whatever, Easter egg. Hela, it goes into the throne room or the trophy room and knocks over the one Infinity Gauntlet we saw in the original Thor, and she like calls it a fake and stuff. Most of the stuff in there is fake. We see the fake Eye of Agamotto again. So that was really interesting how they explained that stuff away. And they made it seem like Loki has the space gem, the Tesseract, and for multiple reasons. One, he looked at it and then they cut away, kind of implying he has this interest in it. And then next thing you know, next time you see him, he just kind of shows up out of nowhere, which the space gem transports you in space. It's logical that he took it and used it to get there, and maybe he's keeping it. And I don't know, it's at the end you see, like for the post-credit scene, you see a ship pop up that's all gold. Like, I don't know, I'm not, I haven't read all the comics enough to know, is that a ship design that is, recognizable? Is that Thanos' ship or something? I assume it's Thanos. I don't know. Maybe it was something to do with Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know. But yeah, some sort of a ship pops up there at the end. I don't know what's going to happen. I also don't know what's going to happen with Jeff Goldblum's character, the Grandmaster. I don't know what the deal is with him and the Collector. Like, clearly they are related, but I don't... in the comics, they're like these mystical beings. I think they're Celestials or something. And they're like almost fundamental beings of the universe. There's the Collector, the Grandmaster. I think there's like the Runner. Like, there's a bunch of different things like that they're these like almost forces of nature, but clearly in the MCU that's not the case. So I don't know where Jeff Goldblum's character is ever going to pop up again. It'd be cool to see maybe him and Benicio del Toro together. That would be really cool. Maybe the Collector saves the Grandmaster, because I believe they've said that they're brothers in this. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But like I said, I love this movie, but I want to know, what do you guys think of Thor Ragnarok? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Or do you think it's the worst Marvel movie ever? Or somewhere in the middle? I mean, everything doesn't have to be so black and white. But let me know all that stuff in the comments section down below. And until next time, never stop the God of Thunder. Peace.
When do they discuss all the latest movies, or when something big happens in the news? See, that's us. What are we talking about?